Back over here at the tint shop, bought the Ferrari, and I was so happy with the way the Taurus turned out. I thought, well, you know, this window, it's blacked out now, but it was just totally clear, factory glass, and so we did the side windows and the windshield. So of course we're in the shade here, you know, inside the shop, but really happy with how this turned out. I mean, this car stays pretty cool already because it's white, it's got a gray interior, just got a lot of roof space. But when you're driving into the sun, like if you're sitting in traffic and the sun is shining through the window or coming at you using the nano ceramic, it just eliminates the physical heat that you feel coming from it. It makes your air conditioning much more effective. You know, on the Taurus, I could have the air conditioning on full blast and I still wasn't getting it cold in there because the heat overpowered it. But now with the ceramic tint, it works. So it makes a big difference. And also this is a black and white car, so the black windows, I went with legal tint, believe it or not. This is legal tint here in Vegas. It's 35%, which really it legally should be like 100%. You should be able to, because it's so hot here. But I guess they want to be able to see in a little bit. So I don't know why they even have tint laws, because it doesn't make any sense why they need to be able to see me as long as I can see out. But anyway, that's the way it works. But I think the car looks good. Let's pull it out in the sun and see how it looks. The thing is running great. So yeah, let me pull it out in the sun. Get it out where you can see it. Yeah, bro, this shit is some amazing technology, because like there's the sun, right? I got my hand right on the dash. I don't feel the light. Like I can't tell the difference between putting my hand in the shade and in the light. It's crazy, because in the past, you could feel it like burning you, and I can see out the window just fine. Like it doesn't really affect the visuals at all, but you can't feel the heat coming through the window. It's crazy. So that's gonna save my dash. I don't even have the air conditioner on. Let's jump out. Oh, that looks nice. It's not too dark, you still see in there. But that's a nice looking car. Some people can still see the Trans Am through the roof line, but he was trying to look up the specs for a Ferrari. I go, no, it's a Trans Am. Because they got a machine that cuts out the vinyl. The back was already blacked out. It's running great too, by the way. So I'll be coming back here with my truck, my Excursion, my ambulance. I'm bringing every car I own here. This dude's got the hookup. So if you missed the first video, here on the corner of Flamingo and Pecos. So window tint. By the way, you're gonna ask, it was like 500 bucks to do this, because I did the windshield and the windows. The windshield is expensive, that's a lot of material, and I got the highest grade of tint. They have another grade of tint that's like half the quality of that, that's probably much less money. And then you can get regular tint that just really doesn't block out the heat, just blocks the light. Honestly, the darkness isn't what works. It's not about the level of darkness. It's about the level of the ceramic particle that's in the material that blocks, it deflects the UV somehow. I'm not a scientist, I just know it's not hot in there. I know you guys love these house updates, and so I'm doing some stuff out in my office building that's on my property. There's a lot of buildings on this property. And we've got a jam room in the back. Here, let me show you. So this is like a hangout office building. You know, I've got my pinball machines in here. I got a little kitchenette. This is my eBay center where I do stuff, right? And I store my junk in here. This room back here was gonna be our jam room. You know, I have a band, and I don't know if you've seen my band. So yeah, when I was in Dallas, I had a band called Videobob and the Radio Stars, which was a cool 80s tribute band. We used to play House of Blues. And I also had a Judas Priest tribute act called Turbo Lover. I actually got to perform with Judas Priest at the Whiskey A Go Go. It was amazing, me and the whole band. So anyway, I wanted to put together a rehearsal space so that I could get my band going here in Las Vegas. And I've already got a casino that wants to hire the band. They're like, if you make a band and you can put it together, we would love to have you here. And so I needed to have a rehearsal spot, and we started working on this room. So, I started setting up my equipment and getting my junk out. And, I've just got all this stuff everywhere. I don't know what to do with it all. And I was going to put a drum set here. And then I think I need keyboards over here. And then I'm like, I got 2 guitar players, bass. Like, there's really not enough, room in here. This room is about, 11 feet by 15 feet, something like that, or 14 feet. So, I'm trying to get it sorted. And I'm like, man, a drum set's going to come all the way to, out here, That's going to take up some space. And then, I could probably have 1 guitar player here, and then I could have keyboard set up here and then guitar, bass. It's going to be a tight squeeze. And I started thinking, there's another room, there's this room over here. This is a storage room, but I was like, okay, it's going to be really hard to rip out the wall here. But there's this storage room that we store crap in back here, right? And we were like, dude, now there was shelves here, so I'm ahead of myself. There was shelves here and a bunch of shit in here. And I was like, dude, if we ripped out this wall, that would give me an additional 7 feet. And quite frankly, if we put this junk somewhere else and use this whole room, which is 7 feet by 25 feet, right? So imagine this room goes this way 11 feet. We marked it all the way to here, right? That gives me an additional 7 by 11 feet that way. And then I could actually, just utilize all of this as well. We just put all this stuff somewhere else, find a place to put it. And then we're going to recarpet this, repaint all of this, take out this bunch of junk here. This gives me 1 more air conditioning vent, which is back here where Freddie is. And take out these lights. We're going to fill those in, maybe put a ceiling fan. So then the drummer now will be here. And that gives us tons of room for a drummer and then maybe a keyboard guy back here or bass player. We could, but it'll give us way more room. So starting tomorrow, we're going to do the demo, and we're going to rip this whole wall out over there, and then we'll keep this door closed. This area here, this room will still be used for its intended purposes. And then, we've got a big, a 5-ton unit up on the roof cranking away. Keeps it nice and cool in here. So, I thought I was all finished with this room. And I come in here and I'm like, there's not enough room. Because I'm going to put a double kick drum set in here, right? A D-drum hybrid kit, actually. It's their white and red kit that I'm going to order from them. So it's going to be a hybrid triggered kit. I don't play drums, but I know enough about them. And Eric said he'd come over here. Eric Singer, he's my buddy. He's going to come over and help me set it up. And so we're going to get that going. And then, that way I like to have all my instruments. If any of you out there are in a band, if you have the money and you can afford to buy the extra Marshall stacks and an Ampeg and everything, it just makes it easier if your dudes can just walk in, pick up and play. I even keep guitars. I have something like 30 guitars, but I have a Thunderbird bass, a Nicky Six style Thunderbird bass. And I have various guitars, and I know guys want to have their own guitar and their own pedals for their own tone, but really when it comes down to just doing basic rehearsals where you just kind of run through the paces, trying to get your in and outs done and all that, because that's the hardest part. Anybody who's ever been in a band will tell you, the hardest part is how to end a song and transition to the next song. That's the hardest part. It really is. Because everybody's looking at each other like, do we end now? Now? You know, and you're like, oh, that's the hardest part to do. Anyway, he's in our band. Tell us about the screaming of the lambs. So anyway, really excited about doing this demo work. It's going to be fun. And I thought I was done with that room, but apparently no. Where am I going to put all this stuff? I definitely have first world rich people problems. It's like, I just have like what am I going to do with all this Pantera road gear that I have? Says it's Pantera. You know, I worked for Vinnie Paul for 15 years, and he gave me, I got a lot of Pantera, Hell Yeah, Damage Plan. I got a lot of his stuff. I mean, I've got, you know, here's a brand new in the box Dimebag Black Tooth practice amp, keeping that. I got a dime amp in there. Matter of fact, the people in D-Drum are going to hook me up because, you know, I've worked with them for many years, and that's why I'm staying loyal to Armadillo Enterprises, the Dean and D-Drum people. So, you know, for those of you that don't know, that are new to the channel, I worked for Vinnie Paul for many years. My name is Videobob because I did music videos. I did over 300 music videos in my career. And some of the music videos you saw on MTV that I did for them, you know, Hell Yeah music videos, Rebel Meets Rebel. You know, we did a Dime Vision, or DVD that we put out called Dime Vision, a book called Dime Bag, That's the Fun I Have. Or that was the DVD, and then the book was called He Came to Rock, I'm sorry. But anyway, you know, I did a lot of work with those guys, and I've worked with a lot of really cool rock bands over the years. That's why you see Gwar stuff everywhere. From the band Gwar. I did Gwar music videos back in the 90s. So I got to know, matter of fact, Pete Lee, who used to be Flatus Maximus in Gwar, was helping to paint my house in Dallas. I don't mean that disrespectfully. I mean, but he's a good guy. You know, like, I needed help, and he's like, yeah, bro, I'll help. So I've stayed friends with a lot of those guys over the years. And, you know, your rock and roll family sticks with you forever. It's a type of bond that when you create together, you grow together. Yeah, super happy with the tint jobs, man. These guys are doing on my cars. It's just, you know, it takes a while to get this stuff done. And like, look how nice and black that is. It's awesome. I gotta go to the post office here in a little bit, so I'm gonna put this letter in here. But man, it's staying nice and cool. Like, dude, it is totally nice. I mean, as cool as it could be in 105-degree Vegas heat. This is the next project. Matter of fact, that letter I'm sending off is to get some of the paperwork squared away on this Porsche 924. I don't think I did the video on this. I added some decals to the car. You know, harmless little decals. These could be peeled right off. I know people that are purists are going to be like, oh, you shouldn't alter the car. But, you know, I put like a Kiss license plate on there and his chakras and the little fox, you know. And I put this little tribute here on the window. Says Eric Carr. I mean, you know, these are things that, like, you could just peel off at any time, so it's not really affecting the car. I actually got this actual Fox stole, and I'm just going to lay it on the seat, you know, just a tribute to Eric Carr, for those of you who know. Like I said, these are things that are not altering to the car in any way. It's just stickers. You can peel them right off. You know, I got these cool laminates. These are real Kiss laminates that I got a hold of and hung those up. So once we get all the paperwork and things squared away on the car, we're gonna do something special with it. We're gonna do a fundraiser, and it'll be great. So I'm gonna throw in some cool Kiss memorabilia and things, some sticks and Eric Carr things, and you know, like all these little stickers and stuff that were gained during the life of the car are gonna stay, and I'm gonna leave the dents and things on it. I'm just gonna leave it the way it was. So we're going to do a separate video on this soon, but since I was walking past it, I figured I'd talk about it. Coming into my other shop, we've done some rearranging in here. You know, I moved my DeLorean over here. This is not the one that sold at Bear Jackson. This is a different one. That's my personal car. I'm working on the Rolls Royce, the Phantom. You know, whenever I'm going to be doing a video on this real soon. It's been running kind of cruddy, you know. It's been kind of idling a little rough, and I took it over to one of the places, and they were saying to me that they think that it's the one of the 4 oxygen sensors is bad. Had the hood up on my 63 Cadillac just because I fired it up the other night and just let it run for a while because it just hasn't run for a few months, which is a good thing to do. And I just let it idle for like 20, 30 minutes. Probably costs $100 worth of gas to do that. But, you know, you got to let your cars run once in a while. And I thought I'd let it run. And I really would like to take this thing out more often. But, you know, it's hot and it doesn't have air conditioning. So this is a car that you use during the nice months. But so we're definitely going to do a video on the Rolls Royce when we work on that. I got to order some parts for it, but we've been rearranging things in here. As you can see, you know, we moved the toolbox back onto this side because we put up some of this insulation in here, and it made a huge difference. This is 1.5 inch thick insulation that I bought all of it that they had. I'm waiting for them to stock more. I bought literally every sheet they had at Home Depot. But this stuff is like 1.5 inches thick. And then we just painted it with latex paint, which worked great. Like we just painted it with regular old latex paint, and it looks fantastic. This other stuff, we just put the silver side down because they told me that unless there's an air gap, it doesn't make a difference what side the silver's on. And I'm sure people in the comments are going to argue, but I went to their website and they had a video and they said, you know, you only need the silver side and air gaps or areas that are facing the sun or whatever. So to avoid having to paint it, we just, you know, put the silver side out. And, you know, if I were to take my little laser thing, like just the floor in here is coming up 99 degrees, you know what I'm saying? So like, you know, that wall, it says it's 107, which I don't think it's really that hot. But I mean, I guess it is. It's a hot mofo out here, you know. Like it's pretty hard to measure that ceiling. But when you come over here, like, look how much hotter that is. Like, this is catching sun up there, and, you know, you got to catch the thing at just the right angle there. Like, this is catching the sun on that side. Let me see. Well, that's the shady side, so that's the hot side. Whoops. So, you know, the difference between the straight up metal there versus, you know, this stuff, big difference, right? So like that's facing the sun, that metal wall is 140 degrees. With the foam on it, it's down to 108 because it's just like 108 in here, you know what I mean? When I come into, this is an air conditioner. So this thing says it's 88 in here, with the air conditioner is 109 outside. So yeah, so it's measuring the ambient air temperature of, this room came out really cool. Anyway. So it's measuring the ambient air. So this wall isn't going to be any cooler than the ambient temperature. But just to give you an example, the difference between white and black, like when you come out here and you just look at like, that's 145 degrees right there on just of course this isn't in the sun, right? But like, we'll look at this wall. And I can't even see because it's so bright, I'm blinded out here. So this wall in the sun is 114, but this blue door, 166, right? So see how important it is, the color that you paint stuff out here? That's why that white car stays nice and cool, you know, and that purple-ass car, it gets hot. So, you know, just the surface of this blue wall, you know, look at that. That's 155 fucking degrees, and then this is like 119. That's still hot, but in this little bit of shade, big difference. So like it just blows me away how hot things get. And the shade, look at the difference between the shade and the dark. So anyway, that's why we're trying to styrofoam this whole place, because just walking around here, it's, you know, like you saw, it's 108 just standing in here. I know it sounds like an unreasonable, unbearable amount of heat, but it gets 120 degrees here. And when I moved here, people told me that, and I was like, get out of town. There's no way you could die. You would die in that. But without the humidity, it's 5% humidity right now. So without the humidity, like it's hot, but I feel fine. It's not that I've gotten used to it or anything. I mean, I did live in Dallas, Texas my whole life, which is also hot. But like, it's not that bad, you know, it's not that bad. But it is hot. But obviously, you know, the trick is getting the sun off of you. So as long as you're in the shade, it's fine. And these little swamp cooler things, these things work fantastic. This one here I bought, you know, they're like $400 or $500, right? And they run on water, and I have to filter the water that runs through there. But because it's so humid, or so lack of humidity here, these things work really well. In Texas, these don't do shit. But here, it's like an air conditioner. Standing in front of this thing is like once the water gets flowing on it, let me turn it off. I'm gonna let the water fill up the little sponges here. And once those fill up with water, then you turn this thing on, and it's like an air conditioner. It's like the temperature that comes out of this thing versus just standing in the hot. It's a huge difference. It's amazing. All right, I'm gonna give you a sneak peek here of working on this Rolls Royce. Let me go down into the pit. All right, we're down here under the car. I've already removed the cover. And this is a crackhead's dream, because the catalytic converters on this thing are like ridiculous, right? So you've got two downstream O2 sensors, one here, and then you have two upstreams that are there, right? And so I'm not sure exactly which of the four are bad, but I'm gonna just go ahead and replace them all. I noticed we were getting a tiny little bit, and you're not gonna be able to see it with the camera, but there's a tiny little bit of oil seepage coming out from the top of that head up there, giving me just a tiny little bit of oil. But you know, for a car this old with this many miles, I'm fine with it. We've already done the lower control arms on this car. We just did those front shocks. Those were just done. So all of these lower control arms, these and these, have been done by me or by us, by my shop, when I first got the car like a year ago. But really, you burn through these pretty quick. These things wear out fast, right? I haven't done the rear shocks, but they seem to be holding up okay. But you could see all the soundproofing that happens under here and all the mufflers. I mean, look how you got 4 mufflers. Or sound, you know, deadeners. And it's just really, really well done. But to replace this exhaust system in cats is something like 15 grand, I think. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to order these, all 4 of these O2 sensors, because they're real easy to get to. They're real easy to change. All you got to do is unplug it, and we'll do a video on it. And supposedly maybe that'll fix my air-fuel mixture problem, where I'm getting a little bit of stuttering at idle. And see how that goes. But yeah, just a peek under there. For those of you that didn't see my early video when I bought this place, like back in the day, I got this, ow. There's a hidden room in here. This is my nuclear bunker in here. There's a light switch somewhere. Here it is. Yeah, so this is my nuclear bunker, my hideout shelter that we have, you know. And oh damn, there's some fog juice. I wish I needed some really bad for that fog machine that was in that Barrett Jackson car, and I had to go to the Guitar Center and buy it. It was like $40 a gallon, and I had some in there. Anyway, let's get out of here. It's actually nice and cool down here. It's probably 80 degrees down here as compared to just right up there. It's crazy. So yeah, if you can find yourself an old house that has a pit with a hidden nuclear bunker down in there, I highly recommend it. It comes in real handy. That's what made this house so cool. Like this shop and that other building. Dude, what a score this place was. I'm so lucky to have found it. And I really love it here. It's great. Still have not gotten this door done. If you are in Vegas and you know how to help me with this door, I need help. Let's see what I'm drinking here. I got, let's see, Gatorade Zero. I got some Liquid Death, Minute Maid Zero. That's good shit. People like to see what's in my fridge. Anyway, this is a cool room. Working on putting these on the Ferrari. You know, Ferrari used a Italian style, what is this, a Fiemme. This is basically what they use on a real Ferrari, as far as I know. It's like a dual trumpet system. And they're pretty loud. I hooked this up to a power supply. I'm gonna give you a demonstration of this horn. Another little thing that we added on out here was this pool heater, which I don't think is running right now. So we put this pool heater in, which is a heat pump. And the interesting thing about a pool heater is when it's running, the byproduct that it puts out is cold air. And I was like, dude, if there was just a way we could figure out how to funnel the cold air blowing out of the top of that thing and put it into the house. I was like, let's go get like a 24-inch duct and pipe it into the house because it's running, heating up the pool. And let's see what the temperature is of the pool. The pool is like 87 right now, so it's nice and warm. It's dirty though. Let me clean it. Another project going on here at the house is I have this flat griddle, 24-inch flat griddle that's built in, right? Which I thought was the greatest thing I ever saw. But it like fried out and caught on fire, and I'm trying to get it fixed. I'm supposed to have an appliance repairman come to help me with it. It's a single burner Wells. This is the front of it, and we take it apart. We tried to figure out what's wrong with it, and it's something fried in there. So dude's supposed to be coming over to fix it, and this is awesome. I need this thing working. I make pancakes and bacon and eggs and cook on this thing all the time, and I need it fixed. A lot of you have seen tours of the house, but you know, I've got one of Vinnie Paul's drum kits up here. It's a D-drum reflex kit, and got his hat. So that's a display I have, kind of a tribute to my buddy. So our living room, we have leopard print carpet. Nice little fireplace rig over here. Got some Louis Trace up there. Special occasions. I told you I did a lot of music videos. So, there you go. It's a TV, record player. Not much to see here. It's a cool vibe. Dime guitar up there. But yeah, I didn't want to use that drum kit in the, you know, actually all this drum hardware, all this Pearl hardware didn't go to this kit. All those cymbals and all the hardware came straight off of Pantera's last show in 2001. Vinny took me over to his warehouse and gave me all this hardware to go with the drum kit. And so the cymbals, hardware was all used at the last Pantera show, 2001. Took it right out of the Pantera road case. I was down there when he did it. Pretty cool. It's pretty epic stuff. It really should be in like a museum instead of just my house. But he was one of my good buddies, and it's mine now, so that's the kitchen. Let's see what Videobob likes to eat. All right, we got this little drawer here I keep drinks in. That's kind of cool. I got some, I love fruit. I eat a lot of fruit. I love canned pineapple. I like various diet juices. I like soft cheeses. These are Baby Bells are good. Laughing Cow, very good. I like fruit, so I like apples. I like hummus. That's a good snack. You know, I like these no sugar added pears. I like fruit. Fruit's good. So we got here, we got some, not much, some Uncrustables. Those are good. Sneak peek into my fridge. Let's see, there's pantry in here. Let's see what's in the freezer. Oh yeah, we got some creamies. Only get these out west. Those are good. Those are really good. Neapolitan sandwich I see up there. Snickers ice cream. Come on. Oh, I like to eat ice cream out of a toilet paper tube. Yeah, got some White Castles down there. Stocked up on the Chef Chamois butter. If you don't know about the Chef Chamois butter, you need to learn about it. Let's see, what do we got in here? I like SpaghettiOs. Heinz beans from Britain. Get those from England. Like me a Twinkie once in a while. Actually, these will last me like a year. I usually have to throw them out because I don't eat them that often. I know people like, Bob, you shouldn't be eating all these sweets. But I really don't eat them. I mean, I throw them out. There's not really a lot in here that I eat, honestly. It's just like storage of stuff. This is actually a Salvador Dali print, hand-signed. Actually, I have two of these. I have that one and another one in the other room. I like art. Art is cool. So here's the other one, but we haven't hung it up yet. But that's a Salvador Dali print. That's the cat water. It's a mess in here. It's a fucking mess. Ever had a chocolate covered orange? These are... I love chocolate and orange together. Oh, hi. Hi, Bubba. How are you? That's our little Pookie bear. Hi. Did you want a chocolate covered orange? What are you doing? Are you hungry? What did I just say? You already ate today. Are you camera shy? Are you camera shy? Look how pretty you are. What are you doing? Nothing? Yawning? Say hi. No, look at my butthole. Show everybody your butthole. Cat porn. There you go. What you doing? Okay, that's enough looking into my personal life. You got enough. Just giving you one of these house updates because everybody loves it. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. Everything that's cool here in Las Vegas. I'm Videobob.
Hey, everybody watching Videobob.
Hey, everybody watching Videobob.
He's about fun, this guy. Look at the cars he has. Look what he brings you guys. Tune in to Videobob. Please subscribe and keep the good work going.
Hello, Videobob. Videobob.
Got Don back there around with Videobob. Number one, watch it go. Video.
Hello, this is Weird Al Yankovic, and you're watching Videobob. Aren't you?
I'm Ron Jeremy, and you're watching the Videobob Show. Good choice.
Hi, I'm Gene Simmons. You're not. And you're watching, what else? Videobob. Now get out.